got.
Durag Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Tottenham transfer news show. You guys know what time it is. Everything Tottenham, everything transfers. We will cover here every morning, 9:30. Today has been a bit of an eventful one. I can't lie. I woke up this morning looking around at the links, and it seems like Frodizio done a YouTube video last night, so he's mentioned a few things that is now out there, but also there's been quite a lot of other reporters, I suppose, with it being 5 to 6 days left in the window, we're being linked to everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. I'm seeing Spurs linked over here, down here, up there. They're just Spurs are being linked to everyone right now. So to answer the first question is where do you get your links from? It's all over the place, Tottenham Ranger, and you should know because you've watched many of these shows that I'll show you the links. I'm not someone that makes up links. I'm not someone that makes up reports. I am not a journalist. I'm just reporting on the news that's out there. Yeah, so don't hate me. Don't shoot the player. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, I'm just passing it on. But big up to everyone inside. Make sure you're smashing the like button on your way in. It don't take a second. It don't cost a thing. And away from that, make sure if you haven't already, you just need to see that pinned comment. Tap the link. Become a delinquent. Become a descendant. Yeah, we need some new members in the house. So make sure you get that done. Join the Royal Navy. Yeah, you know how they say it like that. Join the members, join the delinquents, join the descendants. Tap the pinned comment for the link, and you can do that. But look, the first one, I don't think. Oh, do you know what? First of all, big up to my boy Hooks for the raid. Yeah, I think Hooks coming with the raid. Yeah, well, yeah, yes. It's just gave me the notification. See. Big up to Hooks for the raid. The timing was good. Yeah. Big up to Hooks for the raid every time. Make sure you guys are supporting Hooks and helping him grow, road to 10K. On the road to 10. I'm on the road to 5, but we're moving onwards and upwards. You know what I mean? So we need people to keep sharing your love, keep supporting, keep smashing the likes, help push the algorithms and all them things. But Bissouma, oh my God, man, like Balloon Dior. Balloon Dior will be sold. Reports have come out to suggest that Balloon Dior himself is on his way out of Tottenham. I believe the report come from Fabrice Hawkins. Let me get this up because I'm a little just a little bit unprepared today. I didn't have everything opened, but I know what we're talking about, of course. But with that in mind, let's just see here. I'll share my screen with you guys so we can have a look. But the first player and the one that we have been waiting for, man like Yves Bissouma, is set to join Galatasaray. Negotiations at final stage between Tottenham and Gala for the transfer of the midfielder. Personal terms are already agreed. So we have finally been able to get rid of Bissouma. This still looks like it's going to be a loan with an obligation to buy. I would suggest that the obligation somewhere between 12 to 15 million, depending on the loan fee. And that's in euros I'm talking about. A player that many of us have been waiting to get rid of, but more than anything, a player that just deserved to go. We need to be honest here. He needed to go. This was a guy that just a few weeks ago was still turning up late to training with a new manager, with Champions League football, with Super Cup on the horizon. He still had no respect for the club, no respect for his teammates, and did not turn up on time to training. So what we are now seeing is exactly what you would expect. Yeah? Exactly what you would expect. He is now being moved on, and it's to Turkey, just like we thought, to be fair. We did say that he's going to be moved on to Turkey. Why? Because that's the only place where he would be accepted. He's done at the top level. I've told people time and time again, Bissouma is nowhere near as good as many people think. Nowhere near as good. Yeah. And we've been seeing in a Tottenham shirt has gone nowhere near the levels where he was at Brighton. His all-round play, the playing in the 8, his ball destroying. Even him going forward, he was a problem going forward. I remember a goal that he scored against us when we slapped Brighton up 3-1. I was at the game. You rocket from the edge of the box. We never really saw that side of Bissouma. He scored the 1 goal against Everton, I believe, at the start of last season. But away from that, hasn't really had the required impact for us. 25 million, it was not too much money. But at the same time, look, we had to move on from him. And do you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Is I saw this today as well. Fenerbahce, because we saw early on in the day that obviously Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, so early on in the window, I should say, not day, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray were both heavily interested in Bissouma. Both of these teams wanted to get a hold of this player. But we have now seen that Fenerbahce chose not to pursue Yves Bissouma after Jose Mourinho gave them a negative report on the Tottenham midfielder. Now, obviously, he wasn't actually coached by Jose Mourinho at Tottenham. We signed him the season after when we had Conte at the helm. But at the same time, Jose clearly knows ball. Jose knows tactics. Conte said he's tactically behind everyone else. So his IQ, football IQ, just isn't there. And the Don and the uncle Jose has said, the boss, he didn't want him. So he's now moving on to Galatasaray. To be fair, for him, is probably better in his career because Galatasaray are more likely to go win the league with the signings they're making. But, you know what? I'm just glad he's moving on. I'm glad to see the back. I'm glad to see the back of Yves Bissouma. I'm glad to see no more Bissouma at my club. No more. None of this in my club, yeah. You know, we ain't got joke men around. No more guys that want to do party, drip, yo, yeah. None of that stuff. No more Mr. Looky man trying to sell me stuff. We ain't got no more of that at my club. So, as you see here, he is going to be moving on to Galatasaray and Fenerbahce didn't want it. But let me come to the chat. Let me know how you guys think of this Bissouma deal. Are people happy Bissouma is being sold? Do people want Bissouma to stay? Where are you guys at? Rabiot's mum is way too much headache. Way too much of a headache. I can't even lie. Rabiot is like... I've been seeing this link since, you know what, you said it here and I've got the tab open. Is Tottenham Hotspur keen to sign Adrian Rabiot. The club have an advantage over interested sides like AC Milan due to their participation in the Champions League this season. I find this one, I think it's easy. I'll just keep it a buck. This ain't happening, innit? I find this one strange. Spurs have always had, always been linked to, I shouldn't even say an interest. We've always been linked to Adrian Rabiot, but nothing's ever come of it because two things. His mum, like you've said, is way too much of a headache. His personality is one that never gels with dressing rooms as to why he's been moved on so many times. And also, he's a player that comes with hefty wages. He demands a hefty wage packet for a guy of his age who I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Rabiot's probably what, like 31? Yeah, 30 years old. He's 31 next year. A player that's never reached the heights of the potential that he had. And is always, to be fair, never really been a starter for any team. He, apart from his time at Juventus, where you could say where he had a strong couple years, has never really been a mainstay in a lot of teams. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of Rabiot. I'm really not a big fan of Rabiot. I wouldn't want him at a club. I would not want Rabiot at my club. And we've just seen Rabiot's getting kicked out for having a fight with a young G. Come on, bro. You can't have experienced, mature veterans coming into the dressing room and messing up the chemistry. Come on, man. Like, Rabiot just doesn't make no sense. Rabiot does make no sense. But like I said, we are being linked to anyone and everyone right now. So you do have to take a lot of these links with a pinch of salt. We're going to look at every single link that we've seen over the past day. Don't worry, we're going to get around to all of them. But again, Because Tottenham Range says, where do you get these links from, blood? You're seeing. This one was from Lookman. The Bissouma one was for Brees Hawkins. And the other one, Volkan Demir. I don't know who Volkan Demir. That sounds like a UFC fighter, but I don't know who he is, but I can only guess he's a Turkish reporter. So you're seeing I've got all the reports and the links where they're coming from. But good morning to my guy Mustafa. Big up to J Spurs. You know, big up to Drula, our fellow Spurs Mo, and a member, delinquent in the house. Yeah, we love to see. We love to see. Big up to Drula, morning Jords, and the DRD chat. Good morning, everyone. Sun is out, it's shining. So I hope everyone's enjoying. Lookman is the one. Lookman, we're gonna get in some. I've been seeing Lookman links for a while. People would know if you look. I made a video on Lookman a week ago nearly, and now we're seeing the Lookman links heat up. So, hey, maybe I might be a tier 3. Whilst Fabrizio goes down, I'm moving up. You might have to give me a little bronze medal next to my name because there's been a few links that I've called early. I might have been one of the first ones to say about Kudus to Spurs early in the window. Gibbs White Spurs early in the window. Actually, I might be a tier 3. I might be maybe tier 4 in it. I might be tier 4. I might, maybe no bronze, might tier 4 in it. But it works. That works for me. Every now and then I get one right. You know what I mean? Big up to Ammo in the building. You want Nkunku, Sterling, or Chilwell? Hey, shit, I don't want nobody from the Bond squad. Jords is tier 1. Hey, come on, man. What you saying, Durag? Anyone through the door yet? Big up to Josh, THFC, Walter. If you had anyone through the door, I'd at least be looking a little bit cleaner. But I vouch that, like, for one, the Durag's not going to be on until we get any more signings. So you guys are going to just have to bear with me looking this rough. But more than anything, I ain't getting a trim until this club show me some pool chat. Yeah? We don't get no pool chat for until January. You might have to wait till January because it's dark. Yeah? I need to see some ballers at my club. Some Jogo Bonito, cuz. Like, my man can't bear sit down and just go through what we're seeing right now. 5 days left of the transfer window, and we've spent all but £55 million. £55 million spent, whilst Arsenal have gone and spent 280, Liverpool have gone and spent 300, Man City have gone and spent 200, Chelsea have gone. Like, are we even trying to compete at this point? Are we even trying to compete? Like, we're falling behind our rivals in every transfer window. They spend more than us. Every transfer window. Last year, who did we sign? Solanke, Odobert. Who else did we sign? Solanke, Odobert. Who else did we sign last year? Because yet again, we're failing. We're just failing. We're failing to back the manager. We're failing to. Hey, nah. What is going on? I don't even know who we signed last year because none of them were of big relevance. They weren't relevant enough. So yeah, again, we're going for another window. We're gonna say, yeah, Kudu signed, Paulinian signed. Don't you dare try to put Tower Odobert Tower Danso in this year's signings. Don't you dare, because transfer market says it, I give a fuck. Yeah? I don't care what transfer market says. We can use our heads and know they were signed in January. It's January's funds. You don't do a loan of obligation in January to know that you're not going to. The money was spent in June. Before the PSR turns in July, we didn't go ahead with Kudus because we're waiting until July. So I'm not hearing none of this money that was spent in June. Not hearing it. Don't you dare try and mention that in the chat. Durag Diaries, big up to John. Big up Jords, Beans on Toast. Can't lie. Beans, I'll be real. You've been slightly disrespected. Beans, because you should have at least a spanner next to your name, man. I've slightly been violating you. Yeah, my bad, bro. You've got the spanner, VIP access, because Beans, pretty sure Beans sent my first suit. Like, it's crazy stuff that I've only just noticed. I'll be real, it's crazy stuff. My bad. I wasn't running nowhere. I wasn't running nowhere, yeah. My club tried to get me out of here, but I ain't running nowhere. I ain't running nowhere. Let me catch up. Let me catch up with the chat. My bad. Bro, bare chats just disappeared. All right, if I've missed anything in it, it's how is Bis going in Turkey? I swear he needed to do another year in the UK to get his British passport. Driller, I ain't asking no questions. You know them ones like you call me in the room, I say no comment. Yeah. I'm fuck saying no comment. I'm saying no habla inglés. No habla inglés. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. I just know that he's out the door. Yeah. He's out the door. That's all we care about, Drula. I can't even lie. We don't even need to know about his passport situation. He's finally got the chop hooks. We finally got him off the chopping block. Yeah? Finally got him gone. We're finally getting him gone. Our lack of squad depth is going to be a problem if we don't solve them. Look, man, please. I'd rather not get a winger if we're getting Lookman. Like, man, you can't even spell his name right. Man put a space in between his name. Man's calling him Lookman. His name is Lookman. You're calling him Lookman. No, Lookman, please. No, Lookman, please. That doesn't. I'm thinking you're saying something else. Is it a color thing? Is man put a space in his name because it's a color thing? Can't even say his name correctly. You know them ones when someone's got like a, you know that the Leon left winger, me Katze or whatever. Can't say his name, so man just saying something. Lookman's not hard to say, you know. So man's just decided to put a space in the name because like, I don't want to say his name properly. I'm gonna mess it up on purpose. Look, man, yeah. What? Man, like, so I'm doing Mika, Zay, like, I can't say that. You can say Lookman. Shit. Like, what are we doing here? But Bissouma will soon be replaced. We need a quality replacement. Paqueta would fill the 8 and the 10. The hard god. I've been seeing some stuff. Hey. I've been seeing some stuff about Paqueta. And we might get... Yeah, we might get some of that. We might get a little... Yeah, the hips ain't lying when Paqueta's at Spurs. The Shakira. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah, score a goal, you know. What? I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to see all of that. Salsa. Bring back the Ronaldinho. You know what? You know the man that used to do the steps? Man used to do the steps. Hey, that's what I need. I need a 90th minute dagger against West Ham in the stands. That's what I need. I need it. I need that dagger, man. Hey, but let me catch up. Big up to Junior Films. How you doing, Durag Diaries? I'm okay. I'm not great. I'm not gonna lie. But look, man. Yeah. Look, man. It could get better. It could get better. We should get Harvey Barnes. He's not going to leave Newcastle, but it's a great suggestion, Harry Butler. Balloon Man is gone. I'm a bun a spliff to celebrate. Shit, I hear you, bro. We ain't got no scrubs like TLC. Hey, Romano saying Vuskovic has a green light to go Hamburg on a season-long low. Do you know what? I ain't got no Romano notifications on anymore, innit? So I actually need to search up Romano to get some of the latest news. And I see he's quite far down on my list. I don't go to him no more. There was so many other people I go to in front of him. So let's have a look at this stuff. Exclusive, because that's his new thing. It's exclusive when it's not an exclusive, because this was reported weeks ago. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Udang, who actually put this in the chat. He actually announced this before the Super Cup game. So over 2 weeks ago, Mr. Udang was telling me that this deal was progressing. This deal was going to happen. But don't worry. Exclusive from Fabrizio. Exclusive. Because he has to make that clear. It was an exclusive from him. Fabrizio, we found out again. Fabrizio, but don't worry. HSB Hamburg get green light from Tottenham for Vuskovic to join the club on loan. No buy option, straight loan is seen as a key part of the future project at Tottenham and huge talent. Now, this will be a good loan move for him. I've heard his brother plays for the club, so that is good. You know, he's gonna go somewhere. He's a little bit more comfortable. Go somewhere where he can be familiar, where his family gets to know him, but also he's gonna go somewhere where it's a league where you can learn to grow in it. It's a league where you can, with their defensive structures, they play with a high line. He can understand a bit more playing at the top level. He's obviously played at Hajduk Split. Then he went on to KVC Westerlo. And he had a very strong loan. Last year, scoring bare goals. Man was a goal-scoring centre-back. Literally one of the best under-21 goal scorers in Europe. In Europe in total. Forget just under-21 centre-backs. In under-21 goal scorers. Man bagged like 9 goals last year. Yeah. So, serious player. He's going to get that 90 minutes guaranteed week in, week out. I think this will be a good move for him. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. The only thing that I will say here is the club must, and they must be signing another centre-back, because I can't see how the club would move on from him. I can't see how they'd move on from him and not bring in another centre-back, because that would be gross negligence. And now I'm not saying the club is not, should I say, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not, no. The club has done this to us before, is what I'm trying to say. So the club is not immune. The club is not immune from doing this to us. And it's not something that they wouldn't do. They would definitely do this. But I would hope that they've learned from their mistakes in the past, especially that in last season and the season before, and the season where we didn't have enough centre-back quality backup. We haven't had centre-back quality backup for years. So, yeah, we need to see more. Good morning to Hursty. Hope you're well. If Furman Simmons you man know me. Anybody that's been watching me since the start of the window, who is my number one target? Who's been my number one target from the very start? Anybody that watches me, you know who my number one target from the very start has been. You guys know. Xavi Simons. Yeah? It's not Simmons, because we ain't talking about the dead bar in central London. We're not talking about that rust down, dust down place. We're not talking about over there, yeah? Slug and lettuce thing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Xavi. Yeah? Xavi Simons. Yeah? That's what I need at my club. That's the number 10 I've been screaming for. I said before, Eze, fuck Eze, get me Simons. This player is exactly what we need. He can play off the left. He can play on the inside. He can progress the ball. He can pass the ball. He scores. He assists. He's everything that we just go and hijack that deal. There's no way with 5 days left of the window, he's still waiting for Chelsea. There's just no way that he's still waiting for Chelsea at this point. It just can't be true. Now, what I will say is what you're saying there does have some weight. It does have some weight. Because I did see this report today. I did see this. Now, I know that we've inquired about him a lot throughout this window, and he may or may not have turned us down before. But you know what they say? Sometimes when you're the woman you want, you have to persist. Just like when we got Don Paratici, Daniel Levy been chasing him for 8 years. If we had to chase Xavi Simons all summer, get rejected by a few man, and come back and still end up here, sometimes it's the happy ending. It's just the happy ending. It all worked out, and it all worked out. Let it all work out. You know, one of them ones. We gotta let it all work out and just fall into Xavi Simons' lap. I'll be real. If I had to choose between Xavi Simons and Paqueta, bring me Simons, yeah? Bring me Simons. I'm just being real with you guys. That's my number one target, and I ain't gonna lie about it. Well, Paqueta would be an unbelievable signing, and a cheeky bid for Lookman might save the embarrassment we're enduring at the moment. So what I have actually seen is that do you know what? Yeah, let me get some of this stuff up, because what Poseidon said earlier, and again, he's just a Spurs ITK. But what he had said in particular is Ademola Lookman is one of several players offered to Tottenham. So apparently he's been offered to us. We know Atlanta need to offload him because he's a player who's requested a transfer, is upset that he couldn't go to Inter Milan, but he still wants to move. So now they're trying to maneuver and move away from him to a potential Premier League club. And he has said the players thought to be very keen on a move to North London. So he's open to the move, but Spurs are waiting from the final decision from Man City for Savinho. Now, I can't even lie. I was having nightmares, bruv. I was having nightmares, yeah, of this Savinho stuff. I swear down, like... So I'm too consumed by transfers right now. Because obviously, before you go to bed, like I always do that one check of the phone. I'm like, let me quickly check Twitter to see if there's any transfer news. Am I gonna see no? There was nothing. There was nothing concrete, no bids put in. Cool. So when I woke up, I was like, I swear that I woke up in a good mood. In my head, I must have woke up in the middle of the night, but this didn't actually happen. But this is what I thought had happened. Is I woke up in the middle of the night, done a quick check on my phone, and seen Spurs had been accepted for Savinho. I thought Pool Chat was landing. I thought Pool Chat was landing in London. I swear, Dad, I woke up this morning with a smile on my face. I was like, let me check the Twitter, man. Let me just make sure to see if this is true. I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit, bro. Dog, I'm sitting there like, bro, man's all sold myself a dream for a little 2 minutes, like thinking that was waking up. This is gonna be a good day, yeah. Man's gonna be streaming. I'm gonna drop a money sleeve. And that's what I was gonna drop a money sleeve today. I was already planning it. I was gonna drop a money sleeve, but I'm gonna have to put that. I'm gonna have to put that away, bro. That's gonna have to go away because I can't. Hey, bro, it's actually dark. It's actually dark. Like this is what this transfer window is doing to man. They got man hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. I'm not even dreaming. Man's hallucinating, cuz. This is how bad this transfer window's got to, man. Man started to hallucinate about transfer deals. Like, that ain't even close to happening. All right, but looks grim, bro. Even if we have an amazing winter window, majority of the games are from August to January. 2 injuries and we're gone. Well, it's obviously not true. It's like it's half and half, isn't it? I don't know, you're talking about majority of the games. Obviously, it depends on Carabao Cup, but it's half and half, isn't it? It's half and half. Like you get to a point where there's a few more Premier League games before January, but like it's like 3 game difference. If you go late on into the Champions League and then late on into any of the other competitions, you make that up by playing all those games. But we'll see. But Rabiot, even Forest spent 170 mil. Yeah, that's the thing. Forest were always going to spend more than us, I'll be honest. Like, I just knew it. Rabiot interest pissing me off. He's an awful teammate. Plus, there was affect Bergwijn, Archie Gress. Yeah, I don't see Spurs signing another 8. We don't need him. I don't see it happening, I'll be real. Good morning, boss. Got a big up to Wayne. Wayne Francois Durag disappeared, fam. Yeah, it's moving like that. Musings of a football fan, big up to you, big up Jords. I've given up, mate. I'm just thinking of I need to set my expectations of what Frank can do with this squad at the moment. Zero faith in the board. What I will say is when you've got an expectation for the season, I always say have an expectation at the start of the season before the transfer window and then do it at the end of the transfer window. So at the start of the season, my expectation was 6th, innit? I said I think we'd finish 6th with the current squad that we have. And that was it. I said 6th, no trophy, innit? I don't think we're going to win a trophy in our first season with Frank. Obviously, it's still possible, and let's see who the signings we get in. But yeah, man, like, I'll be real. It's not looking good, innit? It's really not. Like, the zero faith in the board thing is real. It's real. You need to move on from the Durag. You have a good hairline. Do you know what? Big up to you, Arsenal News, yeah? Because I've had people trying to get onto my hairline. People tried to get onto my hairline. They tried to say people were biting chunks out my hairline, but we surviving. Hey, come on, bro. Our little bro's crashing out for over a week now. Hey, is it a color thing for real, bro? He was moving mad. Paratici coming back as a top dog in recruitment department once the window shut September, October. Hopefully he sees his fraud Lange get rid. Do you know what, yeah? I always knew when Paratici comes back, he was getting straight on top of Lange pause, but he was always going to come in and be the guy leading recruitment. when he left Spurs, it seemed like we was in a bad place. Since he's been gone, he's still had to do work. Man's had, all of these stuff going on. He was banned from football for 2 years and come back and he's still consulting. Still at Spurs games with the 2 headphones on in the direct. Man jumped in the deal for Eze and said, I'll find you a replacement. This is how hard this guy works. But I've seen people on Twitter suggest that he's not as good as we think. We've gassed him up to be something he isn't. Pretty much 80% of the squad that is playing right now was built by him. Romero, deal done by him. Van de Ven, deal done by him. Was Van de Ven might not have been. I might be pushing. The Van de Ven one might not have been him. He might have went out that summer. Was Andrew's first summer his last summer? I feel like that might have been his last summer. But the majority of the squad that we got right now was built by him. So that I stand on that. If this is what you call panic, I'm gliding. I'm gliding, fam. If this is what you call panic, shit, I'm gonna have to do one of them. You see those adverts, you're on the wooden floor, you jump out, shit, wake up and slide. That's me. If that's Xavi Simons and that's a panic, I'm sliding. Shit. You know one of them? Hey. Big up for Brizio. No way. We ain't bigging up that guy. Fraudizio, man. We don't big him up. We slow him up, bruv. Slow up, man. Lookman will be a great addition, but we need to show more ambition. I'm sick and tired of Boldy Levy. Lookman is ambitious signing. Now, as much as it's not ambitious on the case of the amount of money being spent, it's definitely ambitious to the point that it's a very good signing. I can throw Lookman in a data comparison for people so they can actually look at what Lookman will be to the club, because I think a lot of people have this preconceived notion regarding Lookman and how he performed in the Premier League before, but don't actually look at where he is at now in his career. One thing we maintain as Spurs fans is we need goals. We are missing goals in this team. I've heard everybody sing to the fact that, we're missing 45 GA from last season. We're missing 65 GA from last season. We need players who are going to get that. Brennan Johnson will pick some of that up. Cool. Kudus will pick some of that up. Cool. Richarlison's now going to be adding into some of that. Cool. But who else? Who from the bench is going to be able to come off? Or who else around the team is going to be able to have a significant impact to that? We don't know. One thing you can guarantee with Ademola Lookman, when you look at the numbers last season, do you know what? Let me go on transfer market so it's a bit clearer to see, because I don't think people are understanding Ademola Lookman's like where he's at right now in his career and what he's been doing over the last couple of years, because his ability to play behind the striker, off the left, and sort of as an inside forward is a huge problem. He can take on his man, very good in the take on. And the actual dribbling, but also see here, last season, 20 goals. We need players that can score 20 goals. He's a 20 goal a season player. 20 goals in all competitions, 7 assists, 5 in 7 Champions League games. That's what I'm talking about. When you look at the season before, that was the season when he led Atlanta to the Europa League, where he obviously scored a hat-trick in the final. We know that year he was very good as well. 17 goals, 10 assists. You want to look at the year before that, because people think, it might just be 1 or 2 season wonder. Let's look at the year before that. Again, what's that? 15 goals, 8 assists. He's a player that is consistently contributing to the goals. As you can see here, if you need him to play, he can play all across the front line. Majority of his games do come as a shadow striker. I will say that. He does like to operate just behind the striker. Now, in the Serie A, the way that they use their positions is slightly different. And also the system that they play in. But as you can see here, he can deputize in the 3 roles that we'd probably need him to. He's definitely not an attacking midfielder in the Premier League. But in the Premier League, definitely someone that can play off of the left wing, operate as an inside forward, and give us that danger that we need in that goal threat. Because, yeah, man, look, you can see here. Off the right, it's not really his thing. But everywhere else, very, very, very big problem. But I'll be honest, I can't see why anyone would be mad at this still. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want to make this happen. But let's just quickly go on a date with the dribbling and so on, because I need to show people what we actually, what Lookman brings to the team. Because look, do you know what the best person to compare him to? Let's compare him to Kudus. Let's compare him to Kudus so you can actually see how good he's been. And this is Kudus' last season, yeah, where Kudus wasn't amazing last year. That's fine. We all know that. But when you look at him, he's the blue. His all-round game, progressive carries, 88 percentile, 0.7. Dribbles completed. He's not as good as Kudus, but nearly as good as Kudus. So imagine having a player like who can dribble like Kudus off the left-hand side. And people aren't remembering. He's only going to come at around 45 million euros. We spent this much on Matisse Tell, for God damn it. We need experience. We need maturity. This is exactly what he brings. Assists, 58.3. Key passes, 63.0. Crosses completed, 91.6 percentile. He literally outdoes Kudus in a lot of these stats. Let's compare him to some of the other players we've looked at. Akalush, we can compare him to him. He's got more for his game, all-round game for Akalush. Now, when it comes to Savinho, this is where there might be a slight, might be a slight one way, because Savinho has everything but the goal side of it. But away from that, he's carrying. Savinho is, you can see here, Savinho is the better player. He's younger. He's not going to score as many goals, but Savinho would be the better signing. But, again, you can see here, Lookman is putting up his own. He looks like he fits right in there. I'm trying to think of another winger we've been linked with. What other wingers have we been linked with? See what other names I could throw in there for you. Rogers, we've been linked with Morgan Rogers, but he comes down as a forward in here, man. This can be weird sometimes. Been linked with Rogers. I'm trying to think. What else? I don't really know right now, innit? But look, you guys can see for yourself. The stats, the data, everything backs up to Lookman being a good signing. So, guys, don't go over the top and think, we've gone away from our number one. Why are we going for plan D? And plan D is Lookman. I'm the first person to tell you plan D is never really a good plan. But when it's Lookman, you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. Big up to Danny KC in the building. Has anyone seen Daniel Levy? I think he might be at home. Man sat on the toilet with a newspaper. He stayed there. Man, you know that one? Man's just sat on the toilet hiding, fam. You know the one back in the day when you're going to work and you go hide in the toilets at work because you want to go waste some time? Daniel Levy's been doing that for half the transfer window. Man's been on his phone in the toilets. Like, you go in the toilets, you just see feet in the cubicle. You know who it is. It's Daniel Levy, cuz. Man's been hiding in the toilets. He ain't been doing no work. Man isn't even accepting calls. Man isn't even turning up to negotiations at this point. He's saying, you guys, call everyone, find out the prices. We'll see what the best one is once we find out. Like, this is all that we're seeing. This is all that we're seeing. But let me catch up because I'm so far behind the chat. I'm literally like 15 minutes behind the chat. So I'll catch up to the chat and we'll go on some of the other rumors. So bear with me, people. We might take like, so it might be like 5-10 minutes to catch up, but we'll get there. But you are a strong man, Jords. Getting up after all those beatdowns by Arsenal is a testament of fortitude. All that to say, I've just seen Lookman is keen to join Arsenal or Chelsea. Arsenal ain't looking at a left winger, so I can't see how you're looking at him. Chelsea, now I could see Chelsea coming in the hijacking us. That wouldn't be a first, that won't be a last. But also, why would Chelsea sign Lookman when they're trying to get rid of Nkunku, who is a very, very, very similar player? So I generally can't see that happening. But we'll see. We will see. DRD money sleeve. Yeah, come on, man. Tune into ITV for more United content. I said ITV. Oh shit, Grim. Of course, they got Grimsby today. And you know what? This game is going to be interesting because this game will let us know. This game will let us know if Mainu is going to be on the move. Because the Mainu may or may not play today, and he looks like he wants to be on a move. He looks like he wants to be on the move. Wait till Xavi comes out with Di Maria, like, quote about Tottenham. Oh shit, yeah. I hear you too, Ferry, man. It could happen. Jords, don't do it to yourself, bro. I don't even see. I'm so far behind. I don't even know what I'm doing to myself now. This is what. Yeah, I've got a problem. Yeah, I've got a problem. I need. My managing of the chat is so poor. Even though I tried to get around to all of you guys, that is one of my problems. I tried to get around to most people's chats. Big up to Perchy in the building. We do really need signings. We need them bad. Like, I'm begging you. I'm ready to start. I will start singing if I have to get a signing, fam. I swear down. Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. You know them ones. Yeah. Hey. I'm sorry for the hate, Daniel Levy. Ooh, just get me some signings. You know, I just need a signing. I just need a signing, bro. I'm desperate. I'm starving. I'm starving right now. It's dark. It's actually dark. Well, brother, I'm gonna need you to stop with the songs. Super Cup been stuck there. Now this rendition of it all work. Hey, bro. I just gave you another one, innit? I'm sorry, Mr. Levy. Oh, I just need a sign in. Super Cup. It seems like whenever I see him, I'm at this point, I'm just putting my team in the mud every time I sing, bruv. It's dark. It's actually dark. Shit. Here we go again. Let me see that. I'm trying to catch up, yeah. Let me see this one. I'm trying to get to this link. Send this link in if you can, Mr. Udan, because I'm caught up in the chat in my other one. So if you send that link in, I'll have a look. That one's funny. The other one you sent it just now was funny. Having a page called Kill Potter is crazy though. Like, West Ham fans going in, they had the problem with David Moyes, and now they're having a problem with Potter. Like, bro, they just always got a problem. They should be mad at their board. Like, be mad at your board. Don't be mad at no one else. Like, shit, calm down. Took your chain, little bro. Don't let Better find out you're interested in Lookman. Dark times. If we won't get Semenyo, then just rattle him so he can drop performances so we can easily win against Bournemouth next. Aye, that is true. Just go rattle him, fam. Go rattle him. Go make him think that I want Spurs. He obviously signed that new contract, but his new contract is a hefty. Oh my God, bro. Now, obviously, this isn't necessarily new because I did see this earlier. We obviously shared this news earlier regarding Lequip saying that Spurs are in talks with him now. I feel like this is, again, Adrian Rabiot's agents talking because we've seen a lot of the times there's one team. We don't need a central midfielder. He's not a player that we need. Adrian Rabiot is an 8/6. We don't need him. He doesn't even fit into our team. So I can't even understand. Spurs are looking for a 10 and a left winger. There's no way he's going to be our 10 this season. We're not playing Adrian Rabiot 10. We're not. Surely we're not. If this is our player to choose as the 10, then we've lost our minds. He can work as a 10 in a league on. He's not working as a 10 in the Premier League. What are we doing there? Rogue Football, big up Durag, big up to you, my bro. Spurs looking hot. I know you're already trolling, bro. I already know you're trolling. Man, baby oil. Why for the baby oil, bro? Why for that? The Far Shah, big up to you. Preferential treatment. We pay less than a third of the amount of the agent fees in Feb 24-25 of Chelsea's 60 amount. 1/3 of the amount of Manchester City, just over half of that spent by Man United. Spurs paid 18 million. Yeah, agent fees. Do you know what it is though? A lot of these deals they do, when you're doing an 80 million pound deal, the agent fees are significantly higher. So where these teams have done like multiple deals at 78 million pounds across the last couple of years, there's no surprise that their agency fees do way more than us. Plus, when you sign big players, when you're signing top players, they tend to have the super agents that take the fat cuts. So I don't think we've done that. But don't sleep on the Savinho deal. I'm not, bro. Drilla, I was literally sleeping thinking the deal was happening. That's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. But just passing through, salute to everyone like the stream. Big up to Elijah every time. Morgan Gibbs White, Eze Kudus, what could have been? Yeah, it could have been mad, man. It could have been mad. I said, hi, little bro. You remember this little bro stuff? Are really taking it too far. We actually beat you. We actually slapped you up in preseason. Know your place. Even Microsoft wouldn't sponsor your transfer window? Dog. We just here supporting Little Pro improving engagement. Jords, didn't I tell you about Eze? Should have listened, lad. I don't think you did tell me about Eze. But sure, if you say so. Man said we need Lookman. Let this man do the groundwork for Big Bro. This guy's confused because he's talking about Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan. Catch, so concentrate. Maybe you've had no orange juice today, or maybe you had apple juice instead of orange juice, so the concentrate wasn't high enough. I don't really know, but whatever SB says to you, concentrate. But somebody phoned Berta and tell him we got another. Compared to Eze, you want to see Lookman's Eze? All right, we could throw Eze. Is Eze even in there? Yeah, we could throw Eze in there. Look, this is what I'll do. I'll take away, I'll throw Eze in there. And you know, I'll throw Semenyo in there. I'll throw Semenyo in there. Let me take Savinho out because we already know Savinho's like do superior to them. But yeah, look, I'll share this again because you know I'm just caught up and I'm seeing people ask for some of these comparisons. Yeah. But when you look at here, again, Lookman is the better signing of them all. Eze as a winger, like I've already told people, if you compare him to a centre mid, he's going to have really good numbers. But as a winger, his numbers really aren't good. He's very limited in his game. His dribbles are pretty low. His carrying's pretty low. His crosses is really low. His passing is good. That's where he excels. But again, we know with his ball carrying it is good. But compared to actual other out-and-out wingers, he doesn't rank very high. So when you're looking at it here, you can see here, Semenyo keeps up with Lookman on the penalty goal side of things and the XG and the assists. But away from that, key passes, Eze is the one that excels between the three. The crosses, Semenyo is slightly higher than him, but again, not too high of Lookman being all the way up at 91%. Oh, sorry, wait. I've got Semenyo for this season. I'm bugging. My bad, people. My bad. There we go. Wait, why did they give him a light? Why would they do light blue and light blue? Why would they do blue and light blue? Wait, we're going to have to put him in again, bruv. Yeah, and then Eze. All right, yeah. So when you look at him last year, he's carrying dribbles. That again, you guys can do the comparison while I catch up with the chat. You can just look at this yourself. You know what I mean? What does the Adeyemi graph look like? Let's throw Adeyemi in there. So you can see the colors. He's light blue. I don't. Why are they giving me look? No, light blue is crazy, man. Light blue is crazy. There we go. There. So you got. You can look at the colors again. Eze is the green. Semenyo is the orange. Lookman the blue. Adeyemi the purple. You guys can all have a look there. Man said, Lookman, how about you look into a real man? Remote working from a toilet for real, bro. That's what he is. He's remote working from the toilet, from the stool. Catch, Lookman is a Spurs Villa type level player. Can't play for Arsenal. Big up, Jords. Big up to Godfrey. I hope you're good, bro, as well. I used to do I know them ones. And if you're not doing it, you don't know what you're doing. You know, because I've been working from home and them things, I actually can't relate to that. But back in the day, 100%. When it works in retail, 100%. But big up to my guy, Danny KC, for the super chat. Big up, Jords, my bro. Lookman is a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer, Danny, man. And you can't look anywhere else. You can't look anywhere else apart from him. When it comes to a left winger signing that we want right now, as a panic signing, as a player that wants to move, as a player that wants to come to Tottenham, a player that will be easy to get for 43 million euros or something like that, there's no reason why we can't. There's no reason why we can't. Maybe hesitation of Lookman is down to it being AFCON. Oh, of course. There is that part to play. Kudus isn't going to be leaving, though. So I do get it, innit? Like, you know. But what we could do to have the greatest African winger duo that we've seen in the Premier League for a long time. Yeah, I said when we had Eze, yeah, but Ray, I'm not even gonna give him. When we had Eze, yeah, because we're not even saying his name properly no more. When we were going in for Eze, I was thinking about the black excellence that we were gonna have. But now we've got Jollof Rice Derby. Man's got the Jollof Rice Derby going in. Yeah? Potentially Lookman, Nigeria off the left-hand side, Kudus right wing with the Ghanaian. Hey, bro! This is gonna be, hey, for once, we're gonna have to see. This is what we're gonna have to see. Hey, we're gonna have potentially, yeah. What do you call them again? The Super Eagles. There is. Got the Super Eagles and what's the Black Stars? The Super Eagles and the Black Stars, whatever they are, we're gonna see a truce. On the Tottenham side of things, we're gonna see they're gonna do this one. Yeah? They're gonna do this one. We together. Nigeria and Ghana, we stand together. This is what we're gonna do. Nigeria and Ghana, we stand together. Yeah? We're gonna, you know that picture where you have the blue crip and the Bloods and the Crips. So that's what we're doing. Spurs is bringing Africa back together. That's what I'm looking at doing with these signings. Lookman, Kudus, black excellence on my wings. Why not? Why not? Arsenal looking for a left winger. Who told you this? Who told you this? Shit, I'm still so far behind. Recon from Spurs, recruit Bilal El Khanous from Leicester City. And he's all right, man. We've looked at El Khanous quite a few times in this Tottenham transfer show, man. In Tottenham transfer new. We've looked at him quite a lot. I can't lie. Good signing. Spurs are not concentrating. Nah, man, Catch isn't. Catch needs that orange juice, yeah. Nicolo Ravella, class player, yeah. Ravella's a good player. Ravella is a good player, but I don't think Spurs are going to get him. If plan A works, is plan A good? We need to aim high, so a plan F is fine. That is right. We need Lookman ASAP. Yeah, we do. Why do you keep saying this, James? Second no. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you mean. I've been trying to catch up for like the whole show, fam. I've been trying to catch up, but when you man ask my question, I answer the question. And sometimes I need to get the data right and get some of the links up and all that. I'm trying. I don't have orange juice. I don't even like juice. So I won't ever have no 100% concentrate orange juice. I'm never concentrating, bruv, at this point. But as a Liverpool fan, if you want to be scary, you should sign and die from And die is serious, though. Do you know what? They should be open to selling. They've just got Grealish. They signed Diblin. They've got Dwight McNeil. I don't see why they might not want. They should want to sell him. And this guy again, I don't even know what you mean. Don't know what you're on about, James. Yeah, I agree with you. But this is nasty work. Nasty work, people. Do you know what? Shit. Hold my hands up. This is how you know I'm behind. We're on 100 likes. I hold my hands up. I'm way too behind. I ain't even gonna get on to none. I can't say nothing. Big up to SLD in the chat for one. Yeah. This is what happens. I'm behind. I need to concentrate. Yeah, I need to concentrate, people. Mad. It's mad. But we are big, bro. Durag, if you think so. As a left wing is dark. Hey, as a lepsy. Man said as a lepsy. Hey, that's the new name. Man, epilepsy. Eberechi epilepsy, fam. Aye, epilepsy is a good one. I like that one. I like that one, Udang. I like that one. Semenyo, Savino, and Rogers is a dream. El Canoe, Savino, and Lookman is the reality. Um, Rogers. Oh wait. Oh, I don't even think El Canoes happens, Louis. I'll be real. I don't think we go for El Canoes. I don't see us going for El Canoes. But you can have Lookman, little bro. All right. You're saying it to me like it's a bad thing. Like, yeah, bro, you can have £100. Well, yeah, I'll take it. Like, shit. You're saying it like it's a bad thing, bro. You don't have to ask me twice. Thanks, Jords. More assists from Adeyemi, and that's what you want from a winger. Mind you, the crosses don't match Lookman's. Yeah, the crosses for Adeyemi is quite poor. Like when you look at Adeyemi, not all of them, to be fair. Nobody matches Lookman on the cross, apart from, I'm pretty sure, Kudus. Kudus is the only player that can match him with a lot of these numbers when it comes to the crossing, the carry, and the dribbles, and the type of player. So it's either Spurs want to sign a player like that, and that's our archetype, is we want 2 touchline wingers, or we stick to a different type, and we persist with the Brennan Johnson, deep run type. But we'll see. The Jollof Derby. It is, bro. It will be. It'll be the Jollof Derby, bro. The what stars? Oh no, bro. Are they not called the Black Stars? They've got black stars on their team, fam. Man, I'm trying to. I'm pretty sure. Is it the Black Stars? They can't get onto me. You even write the Black Stars and Ghana national football team comes up. Man, they were trying to cook me like I don't know. Yeah, the Super Eagles and the Black Stars. I'm cultured, yeah? I am cultured. I know about AFCON. Not that I watch it. The quality is poor, but I am cultured still. You are a clown. You're about to score and learn. Kudus is way better than all the 2 players you mentioned. He's better than them 2 combined. All right, Kenny. You be your point. But do you know what? Local Jones has been in the chat, been trying to troll. So blames you in it. Blamed. Man to get blamed. Is called Ghana Black Stars. Yeah, for real, it is. Ghana Black Stars, the Black Stars, same thing. Easy Brian. You talking to me? You're talking to me? Brian. Bruv. Brian. Hey, what have you been watching, bro? Big up to you, though. Great show. Good morning. I don't know where you got a Brian from. Unless there's someone called Brian in the chat. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Man, call me Brian. Pappy Havertz, I know you're just trolling. You've got a picture of fucking Havertz and Arteta cuddling. You're telling me why you're trying to talk and act. I don't talk and act like Hooks. Me and Hooks are bros. You're trying to make a divide that can't even happen, bro. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you trying to talk? If I want to talk like Hooks, oh yeah. By the way, I can talk like Hooks if I really want to talk like Hooks. Yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah, if I want to talk about the transfer and be like Tottenham are doing things, and it's not the Black Stars, it's the stars are aligning. I can do that, Pappy Havertz. Yeah, top 29, no goals. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't want to, but don't try to tell me that I'm doing that. Yeah, yeah. So don't even start. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're 2 grown men. We're from London. Like, we might speak in a similar dialect, bruv. Like, we speak a lot. We might have some of the same slang. We might say the same words. Like, what the fuck? That's part of life. You don't have friends that sound similar to you or say the similar things. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? But Savino should have been enticed by now. And Paz. Nah, Paz has got he's got a first-class ticket. I mean, first-class ticket that's already booked. You might as well call it a voucher at this point. It's a voucher with an expiry of a few years to say, go to Real Madrid when you're ready. Go to Real Madrid when you're ready. He's not leaving Como to then make his trip to Real Madrid even harder. He's been at Real Madrid since he was 16. He's a player who's highly touted to be someone that's going to have a future at Real Madrid. Someone's gonna be playing in that attacking midfield role. There's no reason why he would leave. Why would he leave to then potentially go? Like, that's his dream. Every person in the world dreams of playing for the biggest team. He's literally one step away from doing that. But you think he's gonna go, no. Do you know what? Spurs' project sounds really nice, man. I want to go play for Thomas Frank. I want to go to the Premier League. I want to go battle it out for a team that's... Yeah, I'm not even going to try to diss up my team, but when it comes to Real Madrid, there is levels. Like, there is levels. Like, I know my club, innit? Like, there is levels. Semenyo and Kudus both not getting AFCON this year. El Khanous, I'm sure, is going to, as Morocco, maybe hesitation due to that. We need a 10 who's about all year. Saul will be good. You're right. We get Semenyo. Oh, Semenyo's not going. Semenyo's obviously not going because Semenyo's Ghanaian as well, yeah? So Semenyo's not going to be going nowhere. But Sar's going to be going out with Senegal. El Khanous could be going Morocco. Yeah, I get some of the hesitation on these sign. We can't have too many players going AFCON. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good. It'd be a poor squad planning from us if that was the case. Very poor squad planning. But let me quickly check up with some of the latest. Let me see if there has been any updates during the stream. I know Mr. Udang's usually good at sending them through, but just want to quickly check with all these different reporters because I'm trying to stay up to date. Man, like Brian, fam. South Africa's nickname is Light Skin Star. I didn't say that, people. That was not my words. I just want to put it out there. That was not my words, innit? That was not my words. That's mad. That is mad. Money sleeve, man, like Margin and Boomo. Yeah. Margin Boomo. Yeah. That's what we call him. I'm here because I enjoy the content. Now, Jones, I'm not saying you shouldn't be here. You're allowed to troll. You're allowed to have your fun in the chat. I'm not. Now we're just doing too much. Now we're doing too much. Yeah? Because for one, you see my corners. He don't even have a corner. Man's hairline is non-existent. Man's just got like you can drift on his hair, bro. My shit's corner. They've got cones. I've got a cone here, cone there. So when you drive, you can't even get around there. My man's thing's just someone's drifted around his hairline with a fucking razor and it's gone, disappeared. The barber drifted around his hair with the whole razor, clipped off. If you look at him a couple years ago, let me get this up. If you look at him a couple years ago, man had a full hairline, you know. Man, well, I say full hairline. Hey, Brian Mbeumo's hairline has been cooked since he was young. Since he was like, bro, my man's hairline was cooked. Like, it's not going to let me zoom. Hey, his hairline was, look at this. This is from young. This is from like 20 years old, fam. Look, his hairline's been cooked. You don't ever call me this guy. Do we look alike, fam? What are we doing here? Man's got trophy ears as well. Man's got FA Cup ears. Man lift up his. Hey, don't even try that with me, you know. Don't try that with me, people. You know, it's like this cooking stuff. Nah, man, we're not even gonna try that. Man tried to compare me to Brian Mbeumo, fam. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey. One thing I have seen as well, Spurs have inquired for Paqueta. So there could be some movement on that. Whether Spurs decide to put in a bid or not, we could see something on that. But at the moment, being real, there's nothing that's come out right now. Nothing this morning of note to say what is actually going on at Spurs. But I guess I am Brian now, innit? I guess I'm Brian, innit? Man said, sorry, I know a Brian Durag. You know another guy called Durag that's called Brian as well. I hear it. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. I ain't here to. It's all good. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Man said, why can I hear myself in the background? Alright, Hooks, don't even blame me. Guys tried to say that we talk, that I'm trying to sound like you, and I was just trying to put out there, if I wanted to sound like you, I could sound like you. Like, I just have to try. We don't sound like, yeah. That's all I was saying. Oh, second Arsenal. Is that what man has been? Man has been putting this in the chat for over an hour. It's no, we got loads of Arsenal fans in this. So I hear it. I hear it. Paz is Madrid bound. Yeah, he ain't gonna. Jords, why you keep lying about your age? I'm 24. No, I wish I was. I'd happily take a few years off my age. I'm 26, but if you want to say that I'm 24, then sure, you could. Please feel free to tell everyone I'm 24. I don't mind taking a few years off my age. I don't mind. Like, I ain't complaining about that. Man said, well, nice impression, Brian. Stars. Oh, wait a minute. George moving like Godfrey with the Hooks impression. George free is crazy. Halftime, George. Jorge, when will you shave the beard? You aren't fooling anyone. What do you? Oh, because my age. Well, what I will say is, I ain't ever getting rid of this beard, bruv. I ain't ever. This beard is. You see, it's still. We got volume. Like Elijah's hair, we've got volume in the beard. Yeah. We're working out. It's still growing though. We're trying to get that Ricky Rose. Yeah, we're trying to get that plump look. You know what I mean? But we've just had one of these pages put out this, so I'll just leave that there. They should stop hosting AFCON mid-season. It's only hindering their own growth and popularity. And you know, I've had this conversation before, Hope, and I agree with you. Wholeheartedly agree with you. Like 100%. They're just impacting the amount of people that are watching it, because mid-season, our interest is fully on the Premier League or on Champions League, or it's just on the leagues in total. Yeah, if they want AFCON to truly grow and truly have the same watch or the same viewers or viewership, I should say, as the World Cup, as, I don't know, yeah, just as the World Cup and the Euros and that. If they want to have it, even Nations League, like, just do it at the end of the season, innit? But I know it's too hot. I know it can be considered too hot to do. So it's one of those ones. It's like it's a weird place to be in for them, innit? Like they have to do it at one point. But let me move on. Ghana didn't. Yeah, of course. Drake 2.0. Funny. George looks like Drake's. Yeah, I hear you. George looks like an emotional light skin. Yeah, apparently I am. Bro, his hairline got sniped. Bro, his hairline got just. They just removed his whole hairline, fam. His hairline just got removed. Send that brother to Turkey ASAP, fam. That's why I restrict the hairline jokes. You never know. Hey, they might get me out of here, but just know. Send me first class trip Turkey. Yeah, I'll be going to Turkey. So quick. Nah. Allow all of this. I look like this. I look like that. You just now I see what you man are doing. Is everybody's just saying you look like everybody that's light skin. Now we're doing the color thing. Yeah, I get what you man are on. Tesco reduction bay for Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, we're definitely in the reduction aisle right now. We're living like we're going to Tesco at 8 p.m. at night just to see what's in the production. That's what we're doing. Oh my god, that is Spurs' transfer window. Spurs' transfer window is turning up to Tesco at 8 p.m. every day, or just to see what's in the reduced section. We're trying to take advantage of market opportunities. What can we get now that there's a few days left? You know, it's now near its best before date. Now near its sell by date. What can we get? What price are you looking for? Even trying to wheel and deal on the reduced. Man's in the reduced section and we're still trying to get a deal. You've already got a deal, fam. Man's trying to get super deals. Forget super cup. We want a super deal. That's what we're trying to get, fam. Super deals. Like, that's... Man, I don't know what Tottenham think this is. I don't know what Tottenham thinks this is. No, it's not cooked. He just has 2 birthdays. Dark. The hairline Reaper at 6, I'm convinced. And they ain't getting me. We bold people can't help shit. Pick up to you, 7, man. I ain't even on to the bold people because I'll be bold one day, innit? But yeah. And Bomo looks like good elite. Now, this is one that I can hear. This is one I can hear. And Bomo, Margin Bumo looks like Gunali. Alan Morgan and Bomo feels stupid now going to United. I hope he does. He turned down a better club. We can still either have a good window if we sign Lookman and Semenyo, and Paqueta, Akalush and Lakeba. Yeah, it would be a decent one. It would be a decent one. You can have Paqueta Chris, but that's the closest you'll get to. Shit. No news is good news sometimes. All the players have been linked to, nothing's happening. Kudus and Paulinho came out of the blue. Well, Paulinho didn't come out of the blue, man. We'd been circling Paulinho for weeks. And do you know what it is, Louis? What tends to happen is somebody rubbish will send out a report, and then people will just completely ignore that report because it's a rubbish link. Then somebody credible comes out of it 2 weeks later, and it's like, oh, the link has just come out. It's just happening now. No, this has been happening all that time. The person with the rubbish link actually had some decent information, probably went too quick on it, and then over the weeks it started to progress. So with that being in mind, I think some of these links do hold weight. I don't think the player we end up signing will just be completely left field. I think it will be a player that we have been linked with already. But I do get your point. I do get your point. Who do you think Tottenham will sign then? Sam, I'm asking the same question myself. I don't know. I don't know. Like, man, Jords uses the beard to hide his jawline. Bro, I don't even know what my jawline looks like because I've had a beard ever since you could have a beard. You know what? Like, from I was 16 to 17, I was just growing my beard. It steadily got to a point at like 21 when the beard was like full in now, or 20 or whatever it is, and I've never not had a beard. So when you're I don't even know what my jawline. I don't need to hide something. I don't know what it looks like. If I cut this beard off, it'd look crazy. My face would look weird, bro. It looks. Man said I'm hiding my chin. Why would I hide my chin? What do you think? I've got a bum chin. I don't even know what my chin looks like. I don't know what my chin looks like. I can only feel it. So I don't know. Why are you, man, watching another man's jawline? Why are you worried about another man? You should only be worried about what a girl's jaw can do, fam. Unless you, man, are swinging that way, which do your own thing. But I don't know what you, man, are on. I don't watch another man's jawline. And I'm not saying I had a beard at 16. No, that's not what I'm saying. I said you start getting mustache and you start getting little growth at 16. It starts to grow. Then when you get to like 18, 19, you actually have a beard. It wasn't like this, but it was a small beard. You know what I mean? I'll take, bro. Shit. And I'll take Kim Kardashian too. Like, we're just saying who we take. I'll take Kim K, bro. Shit, I'll take Ruby Rose and Mulatto too. Bring them all. Man said, yeah, I'll take Ruby Rose and Mulatto. Bro. Yeah, of course. Man said, and you thought I wouldn't know? You think I don't know about the Crimson Chin? You man are violating. I ain't got no Crimson Chin, blood. My chin's not even... I ain't got no double chin. I ain't got a Crimson Chin. What are we doing, fam? What are we doing here? Man, I'm violating. Man, I'm violating now. Can see us getting free media signings on the last 2 days. Now, I'm around. You are right to feel that way. You're definitely right to feel that way. But shit, I'll be real. I don't see that happening. What's the weather going to be saying? I'm in Africa this summer. Can't be done. Africa in the summer can't be done, I reckon. Yeah, that's it. African in the summer can't be done. Way too hot. Way too hot. The pain is that even if Simmons comes, Eze and Morgan Gibbs White, but no, they're not. They're not. Stark Row, they're not. I'm here to tell you that he will be better than Eze and Morgan Gibbs White. I'm here to tell you that he will be better than those players. And I'm if he goes to Chelsea, I can't make that guarantee. If he comes to Tottenham, I can guarantee you he will be better than Eze and Gibbs White. Guarantee it. Guarantee it, bro. Leave you waiting on a pregnant woman to give birth so he can sign the baby. Can't wait for Gyok Lesnar to finish Spurs at the toilet bowl. Glow Kaku. Jords, what happened to the goal chat? Go chat to Fulham and them, man. Girl, bring her back on stream. Oh, you're talking about Mel's. Mel's don't make content no more, man. Mel's don't make content no more. I don't know the reason why. I don't know her personally enough. But she just doesn't make content no more. So if I could bring her back, I would, but I can't. And like, there's nothing that I can do for you there. If there is any other Spurs content creator girls, then please feel free. Reach out to them. Why don't you guys go in their chats and say, collab with Durag Diaries? Collab with Durag Diaries. Because I don't ever get people reaching out to collab with me. Shit. Clearly, I ain't got that much motion. Shit, I ain't got that much motion. Yeah, clearly, I ain't got that much motion in it. Shit. Maybe you have to go in there and try and help me out, Skills. Yeah? You have to go collab with Durag Diaries. That's what you need to go tell them, man. Yeah? How does this brother go down? Brothers all going, man. Now you're worried about what I'm doing in the bedroom. We're going left. We're going way too left, bro. We're going way too left. Now I gotta disagree. Eze Morgan gives out a prem proven, ready to go homegrown. Eze is tied with Kudus for the most successful take-ons. Eze, but that's take-ons. We don't necessarily need a player that can take on in the center. We're looking for a central attacking midfielder. We need someone that can progress the play through the passing. Xavi Simmons and this is the annoying thing is when you look this the only thing I don't like about data MB. You should just be able to choose the stats and compare the players through the stats that you choose. Because now when I try to compare Xavi Simmons and Eze, it generally just won't let me. It won't let me because I don't even know what category they've got Xavi Simmons in. It's not as a centre mid. It's not as a centre mid. I don't know if he's out as a forward. Oh, here we go. He's as we've got him as a forward. All right. All right. All right. We're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. This is the comparison. Yeah. You have a guess who's who. What I will see is when you spoke about dribbles and take-ons. Yeah. There's one person that really excels at carrying. Really excels at carrying. And then there's one person who gets the most assists. There's one person who gets the most non-penalty goals. There's another person whose dribbles is pretty much matched to somebody in the ping. And then the crosses is slightly lower. But again, when you take up positions in the center of the field, you're going to have slightly lower crosses because you're not making that much crosses. And then key passes is slightly lower here. You tell me who's who. Tell me who's Starkwell. Because when I reveal it to you, progressive carries, 88.4, 48.3. The take-on stat will tell you one thing. The progressive carries will tell you one thing. Dribbles completed, they're the exact same. The exact same. Now, the only thing where Morgan Gibbs White actually excels above him is key passes. Morgan Gibbs White is a better passer than him. He's better at progressing the ball through the lines. That's just what Morgan Gibbs White does. That's why Spurs wanted Morgan Gibbs White. But when you look at the all-round play, for one, Morgan Gibbs White's the most limited player. He's just the most limited in general. Eze is still very good. But Xavi Simmons is the best of the three. And I'm telling you that for free. I'm telling you that right now, I believe Xavi Simmons is the best of the three. That's for me, innit? That's what I believe, though. I'm just saying. Like I know when it comes to Xavi Simmons or Xavi Simons, I'm just saying You've got to look at the data in it. Now, again, I'm not saying Xavi Simons right now is a better player than Eze, because I think Eze's prem proven, like you said, to the point of him being prem proven, you've got to give him the leeway with that. The prem proven does mean something. So when we're talking about the quality in the Premier League, Eze is better than him right now. But who do I think has a higher ceiling? Who do I think works better in this team? Who do I think would be a better signing? Xavi Simons. It's Xavi Simons. I remember I was having this argument with Tobes probably 6 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer. But I've always said Xavi Simons would be a better signing. That I've always maintained that. And I never said I don't care about stats. I am an eye merchant. I'm an eye test merchant. When you're talking about comparing players, you can use the stats with the eye test. You have to use stats in a comparison. I use stats in a comparison. I've told you, again, this is one thing that we're not going to do, Andrew, yeah? Because I've told you guys how I feel about a player. I told you what I see in my eyes, and then I'm getting the data to back up what I see in my eyes. That's all that I'm doing here. And again, I'm using the data because it's a point to just put out there, and you guys can do what you want with it. You can. I'm not saying this means Xavi Simons is a better player because his stats are better. Simply just doing the comparison week so we can understand the type of player he is. Now, it's up to you to choose to do what you want with that stat. How you want to take it, it's entirely up to you. Everyone looks at stats very differently. But no, I'm not regretting it, man. Gyökeres got locked up by De Ligt, let alone by centre back. Done bits against Rodon and Strujic, of course, but he never done against the big teams in Portugal either way. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, Jords, I'm back. How are you? Big up to Austin Ayub. I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm not good, bruv. My club is. I'm not good. I'm not good. Jords, just look at Verts. Simons was struggling in the Prem. Like, no. Him and Verts are very different players. I'll throw Verts in here just so you can see. Him and Verts are very different. Very different. Now, Verts is a monster in that league. He was just a monster in that league. In all facets of the game, he was a monster. Look, his key passes were 98.4. Like, he had a monster of a season. But when you look at Verts and you look at him play, all of his action happens in the half space, in the transition. I'm just like, Verts is a very good player. And Verts, it's only been 2 games to say he's struggling, innit? I've been very critical. You guys see me in the chats. I'm the first one to call him out for his price tag. But Verts is still a very good player, and I expect him to work out across the season. But we will cook him at the moment. His free non-sign. I know Austin Ayub. We're comparing 3 players to give an understanding of why I like Xavi Simons compared to the 2 players that we went for. So this was obviously option number 1, option number 2, and then Nico Paz option number 3. Xavi Simons, supposedly we've actually trying to get him for time. Xavi Simons wants Chelsea. No point going in for him just to get hijacked by another rival. He wants Chelsea. That deal is pretty much done. They're just not triggering it. And also, if you actually look, Chelsea have been in for, what did we see yesterday? I'll show you what I saw. Oh, this was one thing that I did see. I can't even lie, guys. Now, obviously, Fraudizio could just be throwing names out there to get us gassed, as he had. He's literally engagement farming the Spurs fan base right now. He's got us on a hook, and he's reeling us in every time. In the last 24, 48 hours, Spurs made calls for players. Tottenham want to understand the situation of Lucas Paqueta, another name mentioned internally at Tottenham in the last 24 hours is Antoine Semenyo, a player that was mentioned and wanted early on in the window, but a deal will now be difficult because he just started off the season really well. He's got a £75 million release clause in his thing. So that's another one that could be dangerous. But more than anything, what we did see is Chelsea have started talks or tried to start talks for that of, do you know what, yeah? Fraudizio again. He said this deal was rumored to be around 50 million euros. And then it went down to 30 million all of a sudden. So just to put out there, Fraudizio exposed. He said it was 50 mil, now it's 30 mil. Don't know how you get a 20 million pound difference. Clearly, you're just making things up, but sure. Good player, though. Yeremy Pino is a good signing for them. A very good signing. When you talk about Eze replacement, maybe not the direct Eze replacement, but for what they need, he'll be a good player to play behind the striker. Where is it? I saw this Fermin Lopez stuff. It might have been Ornstein. It might have been Ornstein. Ornstein, you know. Let's check Ornstein. Was not Ornstein? Oh, yeah. Chelsea evaluating possibility for move for Fermin Lopez. No contact yet with Barcelona, but CFC speaking to 22-year-old attacking midfielders camp as options explored in case of exits and given Barcelona depth in Spain internationals position. So they're looking at more central attacking midfielders. Apparently, what we did see the other day is that Chelsea only want Xavi Simons if Leipzig are willing to take a player on the other way. So they're trying to negotiate with Leipzig to take back Nkunku could go back to Leipzig. Is it for the third time? I'm pretty sure Nkunku's been at Leipzig 3 times already. Like he was at PSG. No. Actually, I'm getting confused. I'm confusing him with someone else. I think Xavi Simons has been at Leipzig twice. But he was already at Leipzig. So all these Leipzig always do this. They take back players that they sell. They sell someone, then they take them back. They've done this with Werner as well. Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused how they do business. Leipzig just seem like a club that are just running money, man. George, I'm not a Y-Scout merchant at all. I don't even have a Y-Scout account. So, all right. In the Prem, I can't see Simmons a baller though. Fairs. I hear you, man. I hear you. Mate, I'll have Lookman any day. Yeah. Facts. Rodgers isn't realistic. You're right about that. It's not realistic. It's because Gyökeres goals blow all comparisons out the water. He has 100 goals in 2 seasons, my guy. He actually doesn't. 100 goal in 2 season thing is straight lies. I've seen people put that stuff up so many times. Gyökeres has 100 goals in 2 seasons. Where did you find this information out? Like, where did you find this information out about his goals? You can look at his goals and see that he got a lot of goals. He didn't score 100 though. He definitely didn't score 100. And I'll literally show you right now that that's not true. I will show you that because this is what I don't like. People come in the chat and they just start making things up. Gyökeres scores 100 goals. I've been seeing people say this all online as well. I've seen D say this bare times. Gyökeres scores 100 goals. Gyökeres scores 100 goals last 2 seasons. Gyökeres scored 100 goals. Like, again, 90% of his goals were scored against the bottom of the league table sides. But yeah, he don't have 100 goals. 54 plus 43. You tell me how many that is. It's not 100 plus though. I don't know if you know maths, but that's not 100 plus. It's 97, cuz. So don't say it's 100 plus goals and it's 97. Yeah, I'm being petty. But that's just what we're gonna do. Yeah. If we're gonna spread information, make sure it's the right information. Yeah. So you're still he said it twice with confidence. He said it twice. You know what? I'm just going to show you, yeah? Look, 43 goals. 43 goals, yeah. 23, 24. 54 goals. So don't try to sit here and throw lies at people in the chat. Don't sit here and throw lies. I will expose you. I will expose you. I will expose you. You're still double down on it. You're still double downing on it. He's still double down on it. I will expose you. Just know you will get exposed in my chat. Or Lookman won't cook in a Premier, can't lie. Semenyo just signed a new contract. Paqueta is probably the most realistic. Chelsea are focused on Garnacho though. Yeah, he is. You know what they say? I think Fabrizio is just close with Garnacho's agent, who keeps forcing this Garnacho Chelsea stuff. I think Garnacho goes nowhere. I think Chelsea don't sign Garnacho. They said it was going to happen in January. It didn't, and they're saying it's happening now. Fabrizio nobody else has done the link with Chelsea and Garnacho. It's just Fabrizio that tweets about it. Like this is Fabrizio's a mouthpiece for Garnacho's agent. But big up to Yasser TV, man. I wouldn't worry about signing or selling players. You have a top coach in Thomas Frank who will improve the players you already have. I hear you. Now it's in all comps, including international. Since when do we include international goals in what a player scored across the last 2? This is what we're doing. This is just shameless. This is just shameless. Typical Arsenal fan stuff, man. Typical Arsenal fan stuff. Man's just all of a sudden start doing, yeah, we're including international goal. At least Karos is real. At least Karos said, yeah, it can't lie, it's 97. Like, man is still saying, no, but it's 100 if you include the Sweden goals. Nobody gives a fuck about Sweden's goals, bruv. Like, what are we doing here? Bro, you're getting mad. You're actually getting mad, local Jones. Your guy mad, bro. Mourinho outscores Gok up top for Arsenal in the same games in the Prem. I doubt. Just swear down when we played Sporting in UEFA Champions League, Gok was giving Saliba and Gabi a run for their money. He had a decent game. He was having a decent game. Stat pan against Vizela, Pacos, Ferreira, and their man is different. Scoring goals in the Premier League teams, yeah. Like, do you know what? Scoring against Leeds is all cool now. I need to see you do it this weekend at Anfield. What are you going to do? Konate's dropped stinker after stinker, so I ain't got the excuse that, like, oh, Van Dijk this, Van Dijk that. Man can't be aura defended by no more, yeah? Man cannot be aura defended. Van Dijk hasn't got that no more. He ain't got my goalkeeper as Vicario aura farmed. Yeah, man, I don't know about that one. Vicario just come out and just went, or he aura farmed Marmouche, and man got shook and just kicked it straight at him, fam. You man haven't got those defenders no more. You haven't got those defenders like that, bro. Come on, man. You ain't got defenders like that, or you ain't got players like that. Jun is funny. Man deleted SOD's comment. You're funny, Jun, man. You can't be deleting. If it's an Arsenal fan, say it. You can't delete it. You can't delete it, innit? Like, you can let them say that, innit? If he feels that way, Richarlison to outscore him, screenshot and hold it against him. So when Gyökeres, or if he does get it wrong, you got to screenshot and hold it against him, fam. But look, people, I am going to end it there. It's been a nice early morning stream. You guys know where it is. I'm not seeing D put Spurs title charge. Is this what we're doing? We're doing ultimate clickbait. Because I ain't addressing none of that title charge stuff. We're not addressing none of that. I will be back live with Fams on TV in half hour. So you really don't need to wait that long. It's just half hour. I will be back live. What I will do is I'll send you guys over to Hooks, who's gonna be going live with Wolfie real soon. So if you guys want to go over there, drop a like on the video. Oh, is that what he's just doing trolling, man? He's just trolling. We know it's man said man rounded it up. Man rounded it up to the nearest 10, fam. It is. I know that's all it is, but bro, like, at least if you're gonna say the stat, be real with it. Or at least just say, bro, I'm a few off. But man, he doubled and tripled down on it. He doubled and tripled down on his lie. Like, come on, man. Have some shame. Have some shame. Who said you can leave Jords and all right, I'm gonna wait here. I'm staying live, people. In fact, I'll stay live until we at least get 150 likes. We're 5 likes away. Can we get to 150? 5 likes away. I've not even been running up the likes in this video, so people have been doing a job. People have been doing a very good job. Big up to everyone inside for that, for real. Big up to the moderators every time, because they've been running it up. They've been running up the likes, and the likes have been cold on this show. Saeed's just he's always going too far. I'm seeing what you're sending about the Rio stuff. I did see this. What's Rio gonna do? He cooked himself. He cooked himself because he's sitting there laughing like he don't support Man United, fam. Manila logged in. Let's hope we get decent signings. Man said, keep Brian here. It's dark. I'm gonna be sat. Who want me? Nobody, just like my club. But we have hit the 150 likes. So on that moment, money left the account this summer is 100% included in this summer's budget. Yeah, it's dark. It's dark. But people, I'm gonna send you over to Hooks in it. So go run up Hooks is live, which is gonna be going in like 20 minutes. Just drop a like on it if you're not gonna stay there. But if you are gonna stay there, just let him know you come over from Durag Diaries. Drop a DRD raid in his chat. And until half hour, catch me over on Fam Zone TV. We'll be live. I may be back sometime in like an hour or two as well. We might do another live. Why not? Who knows? Big up to people then.